What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's YouTube video. We are on to summer shredding episode number 10. So I think that means we're going like 10 weeks. I don't think I've actually filmed every week, so maybe like about 12 weeks of cutting so far, and gonna wrap things up probably maybe around 18, 19, just depending on how lean I want to get, how much I want to push things. Because I will say, I feel like I'm already in a pretty decent position where this is a very maintainable physique for me, right around like 168. I do feel like I can definitely get like shredded at 160, but is it worth it to get that lean? Maybe for my trip, but I do think probably 165, the more I kind of like get into it, will probably be where I end up leveling out anyway. So even if I do dip down to 160, I'd probably come back up to 165 anyways. So whether it be, once again, I just settle in at 165 and stay 165, or I do try to push things before our trip to Charleston just to try to get down to 160. But that'll kind of be a game time decision in the sense of, I think we leave mid-August. I'm gonna set my water bottle down real quick. So we leave mid-August, so depending on how I feel at the beginning of August, maybe I push for another 2 weeks, a pretty quick deficit, and just hit that last little bit of body fat. Or I'm like, hey, 165 actually looks great. I'm comfortable. I look good. My abs are still there. Yes, I could get leaner, but there's absolutely no need to be, because trust me, I now know after bodybuilding prep, there's always a leaner level. You can always get leaner. The fact that I literally saw 149 on the scale, I have more body fat to lose. That was almost always going to be the case for almost every single person out there. But is the juice worth the squeeze? That's the real question. But we are on our morning walk. Unfortunately, the sun, I don't think we're beating it up. I just think it's behind all those clouds over there, because you can see a little bit of sunlight. But slowly but surely, we are starting to beat the sun up in terms of waking up at 6, coming out and get our steps in. And then today, I'm also changing things up again. So I know last week I said, oh, I'm gonna do 6 a.m. Well, wake up at 6 a.m., go for my walk, have some coffee, do my workout, and then get into my day. But yesterday, I was kind of forced to do a workout a bit later, like 9:30, and it actually was perfect in the sense of I still actually enjoyed my workout. I looked forward to it. I was awake. I was able to go on my full walk, because last week when I did do my morning walks in the gym right after, I felt rushed to do my morning walk and get in the gym as quickly as possible to get back to my desk. But now I think I like the idea of doing my morning walks at 6, still getting up at 6 a.m. I mean, that's not the hard part, but the fact that I would rush my morning walk, not enjoy my workouts as much in the morning, although I would feel glad that I got those done, I have the flexibility right now, and I think I want to split up my day a little bit between like deep work in the morning, a workout, and then more like client focused stuff in the evening. So right now, I think I'm gonna do morning walk, 6 a.m. morning walk. It also allows me to fast into my workout. And I'll basically go back inside, do more deep work, so things that I don't need to actually talk to people about, more so like setting up programs, setting up systems, editing videos, things like that. At around 9:30, 10, go do my workout. That for an hour, come back, eat. So by like 11:30, 12 at the latest, so I do a little bit of walking post-meal. Then I go ahead and start my more, I would say, outbound, like client interactions, check-ins, meetings, calls, things like that for the rest of the day. And I did that yesterday and it actually worked out really well. I'm gonna keep walking back. So I think that's the plan for the day. Is we got our morning walk. We're doing our morning walk right now. Absolutely love it. And the fact that I just don't have to rush this right now is the best. So we're gonna do morning walk at 6 a.m. We're gonna go ahead back inside. We're gonna grab some coffee. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna do some deep work, no food yet. We're gonna have a banana pre-workout. We're gonna get our workout done, have our post-workout shake and meal, and then just one big meal around like 4:35 this afternoon, rather than 2 little meals after like around like noon and 5. We're gonna do one big one because I'm gonna fast more of the morning. So it's working. So I guess yesterday it worked really well. So I think I'm gonna try this out this week. And once again, nothing wrong with changing up your routine now and again, as long as the basics are there, right? I'm still hitting my calorie goals, protein goals, workouts, step goals, that kind of thing. It's just a matter of how I go about it each day. And yeah, I'll show you guys what that looks like today, but welcome to Summer Shredding, episode 10. Made it back from the walk. Luckily, it's still warm out in the morning, so that actually feels pretty nice. We have our coffee here, and now it's time to just go ahead and sit down at the laptop and do a few hours of just deep work. As I mentioned, editing videos, editing reels, writing content, making new workout programs, setting up new systems, things like that, that pretty much are just like I can just zone in on, not really focus on anything else, go work out, and then afterwards do all of my client focusing, or I guess like outbound things, like once again the check-ins, everything else. So real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and just set you guys down, do a bunch of work, and I'll see you when I probably grab my banana and inevitably go to the gym. It's a push day. It's been about 2.5 hours. Our coffee is officially gone. I don't know if you guys can see, but I really, honestly, I've never been a huge coffee drinker. I still don't absolutely love the taste because I try to keep it minimal. Basically just add like maybe like a little bit of milk and then just black coffee. So no cream, no sugar, no lattes, anything like that. Even though I do like lattes, like when I went to Spain, about 6 months ago, end of last year, I fell in love with lattes, but I just don't want the extra calories. So black coffee with a little bit of milk. But what we need to do, essentially I kind of noticed myself getting a little bit antsy. And when I started to get a little bit antsy from sitting at the desk for 2.5, almost 3 hours, I basically get up and it's time to have my banana. And then I do sit down for another maybe 20, 30 minutes, and then we head to the gym. So I'm gonna quickly grab a banana. This is basically our pre-workout snack. We have our coffee down. And then, the coffee, I go with low strength. So on the machine out there in the lobby, there's like 5 different levels of strength. I do about 20 ounces at strength number 1. So I might do maybe like half a scoop of pre-workout today. I haven't been doing pre-workout in the morning because I would just have my coffee. But I'm thinking, okay, like a little bit of coffee, like what's a cup of coffee? Maybe 50 milligrams of caffeine, or obviously if you gotta go to the low end, it might only be like 20. So I might do half a scoop of pre-workout as well as just a sip on when we go to the gym, and some of our banana, well, all of our banana. So I'm gonna go ahead, down the banana. I'll probably make some pre-workout. I'll show you guys what I do end up making if I decide to make some. And then we're gonna sit down for about another 30 minutes or so and hopefully start working out right around 10, which would be perfect. I think it'll be a good amount of time. We'll go ahead, get some steps in. I'll record that video for you, or I'll record the workout for you guys. We got a push day, so I'll show you guys the push day we're running in the new apartment gym. It's not a new gym, but new to me in the apartment gym, the push workout we have, because it'll be a little bit different than what I typically do when I'm at the gym itself. But now it's time to eat our banana, finish up some work, and then we got a push day. Decided to go with no pre-workout. Just gonna save the pre-workout for workouts where I feel like I really, really need it. Plus it's a push day, which I do enjoy, so I'll probably save pre-workouts for maybe leg days or something where I'm just not feeling as motivated. But we got good sleep last night. Nutrition's going well. Don't really feel like I need it, so we're gonna go ahead and not go with it. Let's head downstairs. As I mentioned a couple of times now, we got a push day. I'm gonna go ahead, record a quick edit for you guys. Definitely try to do some more posing as well for physique update, and we'll go over happy scale too. But now it's time to train. Let's get after it.
Just wrapped up the workout as well as some posing. Physique check is looking good. I will say, I actually don't know if I'll need to go down anything below 165. Just as things are right now, I really like the look I have. Obviously in the gym, good lighting with a pump, looks even better, but I'm still very, very pleased with how things are going. And I don't know if we'll go much lower than 165, just depending on really like when I get to 165, how I look, how I feel, maybe do a little bit of a diet break to see how I kind of maintain 165 and then decide. So it's kind of like a week by week, almost like not a day by day, but definitely like a week or every 2 week kind of like see how things are going, see how I feel, see how I look. Right now, I'm very, very pleased with how things are going, but I'll go ahead and pull up Happy Scale for you guys. Once again, Happy Scale is the app I use, and when I pop up on the screen, I'll go ahead and pop it up over here. So we'll go to the scale or the log of the scales, logs of my weights first, and we can see a little bit of a trend slowly creeping up. Once again, I did adjust or did buy a new scale, so my weight actually went up for a little bit. That's why you see in early July a little bit of an increase in weight. That was simply just the new scale, and since then we've been slowly coming down from 172 to 170 to 168. I've been very consistent the 168s for the last week or so, but I'm very confident that I'll stick to my current goals and that weight will drop, right? So the big thing there is don't be afraid if your weight stays the same for even up to a week, right? Because if I looked at that and say, oh, I'm 168, 168, 168 again and again and again, like I'm not making any progress. But all I have to do is look back like a week before that and I was closer to 170. So I am making progress. And then if I go over to the actual July calendar, you can see I am averaging about 1 pound of weight loss per week, which is a little bit slower than I'm going for. I want to be a little bit more aggressive, but still 1 pound of fat at 170 pounds is very significant. Once again, if you're 230, 240, 250, you can probably get away with 2 pounds per week. But as you get leaner, it becomes harder to lose the body fat, and every pound is even more significant. So I'm totally cool with 1 pound of weight loss per week. In the last 9 days, I'm down 1.3 pounds, low of 168. And like I said, like I think 3 or 4 more pounds and I'll be right where I want to be in terms of having a good level of leanness, but not sacrificing too much in terms of energy, testosterone, mood, all that kind of stuff. Because right now I'm still eating a big chunk of food. I am really hungry right now though, because I'm fasted at the moment. So we're about to go slam a protein shake as well as have an apple and some cheese. And I'll have one big meal later in the day, which is also a new thing I'm trying out. I'm doing kind of like 2 meals in a day essentially, but also I do have like a pre-workout snack of the banana, but just to save some time in the kitchen, rather than trying to make 3 or 4 meals a day, I'm gonna make 2 big meals a day. And one of those meals is simply a protein shake, cheese, and an apple, which you guys will see in a second. But overall, feeling really good with how things are going. I will say, even though the scale weight hasn't changed too much in the last week, I'm looking at these kind of the physique check I did today. And yes, it's still in the same kind of corner, slightly different lighting maybe, but like I'm noticing a lot more leanness this week than last week. So I don't want to say like with 100% certainty that I'm building muscle and losing body fat, but my strength has been staying relatively the same, if not going up. Obviously in the apartment gym, things are changing a little bit, but I am feeling like I'm looking better week by week, even if the scale isn't changing a ton. And that is very, very common. I'll have clients that don't lose any sort of weight on the scale for 2 or 3 weeks, but visually their gut goes away. Visually, you can see that they have less inflammation, less body fat. So that's a big thing too, right? It's like, yes, the scale is important, but that's not the only data point. What's your strength-wise in the gym, or strength like in the gym? Is it progressing? Is it going down? Is it going up? What's the actual scale doing on a longer period of time, right? Not just 1 or 2 days or 1 or 2 weeks, but what's the month been like, the past month as a whole? Have you had consistent sleep? Have you had good diet choices? What is your physique actually looking and feeling like? Because I will say, I wake up, I feel leaner. Like once again, the scale is kind of right around 168 point something every morning, but every morning I do wake up and it's like, oh, I feel a little bit lighter, I feel a bit leaner. And then overall, I'm very pleased with how things are going. But without further ado, I am very hungry, so we're gonna run upstairs, we're gonna make our protein shake and then get right back to work. And then I'll pretty much, see you guys at the apartment. At that post-workout meal, we have 2 scoops of the Transparent Labs whey grass-fed protein isolate, whey protein isolate, It is by far my favorite flavor, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, one or the other. I also don't mind their mint chocolate. I think it's mint chocolate or mint chocolate chip, but sometimes I'm not in the mood for something like minty after a workout, so milk chocolate is almost always my go-to. We get this big 5 pound, I think it's 5 pounds. Let's see here, 4 pound tub, or the dark chocolate comes in a little 2 pounds. So we got 2 scoops right there and some water, just once again, 2 scoops, 60 ounces of water, cold water too. It tastes a lot better, tastes like chocolate milk. And we also have our apple right here, as well as some cheese. You can see that's just some Parmesan cheese right there, some raw Parmesan cheese from Trader Joe's. And that's gonna be our post-workout meal. That is right around probably 600 calories-ish and a little bit over 60 grams of protein, 56 grams just in the shake alone. And then the serving and a half of cheese has about another 15. So yeah, well over 60 grams of protein, excuse me. This is our kind of first meal of the day. We did have our banana earlier, then we have this meal. I'm gonna sit back down, do a lot more work, and it is still, before noon, which is awesome. So I can sit back down, probably work from noon to 4:35, just grind things out. That's the majority of my kind of like client-focused work for the day. And then after all that gets done, then I'll have my final meal or my second meal of the day, which is gonna be a big ass meal with lots of protein. I'll show you guys that here in several hours. But until then, back to work, back on the grind. I'll probably do a little bit of walking as I work on my walking pad. And then outside of that, I'll keep you guys posted on how things go and if anything else pops up in between now and my last meal. Also, I do still take creatine every day. This guy right there. Honestly, I just dry scoop it either before or after my workout. So I've actually already taken this. I took it right before I went down to my workout. Forgot to film it, but pretty much just water in the mouth, scoop of creatine, more water, drink, and you're good to go. So yes, I do take 5 grams of creatine every single day still. And code Perez saves you 10% on all Transparent Labs products. Boom, there you go. Transparent Labs protein shake, creatine, post, pre-workouts, all that good stuff. Code Perez saves you 10%. Link in description. Wow, time has absolutely been flying by today, and now it's time to go ahead and make our one kind of big meal for the day. I still consider the 2 protein scoops in some water, the protein shake, apple, and the cheese kind of like a meal in and of itself. I know some people, like I posted the other day, like, oh, just like have a couple scoops of protein. It's like a cheap, efficient meal. Somebody's like, that's not a meal. It's like, well, what's your definition of a meal? I mean, I guess it's different for everybody, but for me, that's a meal. And then this is gonna be the big meal. So this is gonna be a lot of food. I'm gonna kind of break everything out or pull everything out and show you guys. I'll show you the final product as well, because I will eat some of this as I cook, just like the bell peppers. We're doing 2 kiwis. So we got these green kiwis right here. 2 of those, I'm basically have a giant, I should probably just get out my big, no, I'm gonna just do the little one because I don't really need it. We're gonna do 2 kiwis. We're gonna do 2 smaller oranges. We need a bell pepper as well, just for volume, honestly, micronutrients, which are great, help me stay nice and full. So I'll pull out a bell pepper. So we'll have orange bell pepper right there. I'm gonna leave that open just because we're gonna get even more out of there. Then we need some blueberries. So I'll pull out some blueberries, as well some more fruit. And then we need our eggs for some healthy fats, as well as some protein. So we're gonna have 3 eggs. We're gonna cook our eggs in some butter. We're just using this Kerrygold's butter right there. Then we need a pound of our ground beef. We're gonna go with the 90-10 variety, so a little bit of extra fat in there. I will probably start buying more 96.4, but they actually didn't have a lot. I do have some more 96.4 in here. You guys can see that is 96.4, but I had to get a combination of 96.4 and 90-10 because they didn't have a ton. We have half of an avocado left over from Katie this morning. I'll use the other half for some healthy fats. And I think that's it. I know it's like a lot of food, but yeah, 2 kiwis, 2 oranges, a bell pepper, blueberries, dates. I will end up having some dates. I'm gonna leave those in the fridge for now. Oh, whoops. But I will end up having 3 of these medjool dates, but I just don't need to get those out right now. And then, yeah, we need to cook everything up. So we'll cook up the ground beef in this pan, cook up the eggs in this, put it all together. I'll show you guys the final product, as well as I'll just go ahead and read you guys the calories and protein and stuff like that, because this is a big meal. And yeah, I'm sure you guys are curious, like how many calories are you consuming all at once? It's gonna be quite a bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and get things cooked, get things cooked or cooking. I'm gonna go ahead, chop up the bell pepper first. I'll probably eat that as I cook the rest of the food. So it's FYI, if I show you guys, I'll comment on it, but the bell pepper very well might be gone. And then we need to clean up, cook, clean up, and then I'll show you guys the final product. And quite a bit of cooking later and some cleaning. We have our ground beef bowl, our fruits, all that kind of stuff put aside. So we have our 1 pound of ground beef with 3 whole eggs, half of an avocado. We have 200 grams of blueberries. We ate the bell pepper, so that is gone. We have our 2 kiwis, our 3 dates. Hope you guys can kind of see that stuff. Boom. Maybe I'll take a quick little overview and I'll
pop up on the screen, and then 2 oranges cut up as well. So this is the big meal. This is gonna be a total of 1,414 calories. Yeah, you heard that right. 1,400 calories, 78 grams of carbs, 70 grams of fat, and 114 grams of protein. But that does bring my day total to 2,000 calories and then 187 grams of protein. So pretty much spot on with where I wanna be. But yeah, that is the meal. It's just been a busy day. I kind of like only having 2 meals. I don't have to think about food a lot. I do have a little bit of hunger right now, but I will say, like, I kind of don't mind a little bit of hunger, right? And then it's all foods that I'm actually craving, things that I want to eat, because normally when I'm hungry, it's either I'm bored, I'm tired, or maybe some stress. But I realized, okay, hey, if I have a good big meal to look forward to, I'll prevent snacking and have a good, healthy, big meal. So this is what we're eating. After this, I need to go for a nice long digestion walk. See if Katie wants to join me, but hopefully we can get outside, get stepping for anywhere from like 20 to 40 minutes, help this digest. This is a really big meal. We'll come back, do some more work, and I'll let you guys know what else we do the rest of the night. But that is, yeah, I mean, dinner, lunch, the one big meal of the day pretty much that I'm gonna dig into now. And I also do have a really big appetite. I will say, I don't know if you could someone could eat this right away, but over time, I've just noticed that I can eat a lot of food in one sitting, so this works for me. Might not work for you, so do not copy directly. You could maybe split this up into 2, maybe even 3 meals if you wanted to. But that is the meal, and I'll see you guys at the maybe post-digestion walk or after that, or whatever else we get up to the rest of the evening. Still got some more work to do, so that's probably what it's gonna be. So yeah, absolutely demolished that. Ground beef, eggs, avocado, berries, dates, oranges. Absolutely destroyed that, and as I mentioned, wrong way. That's a lot of calories, 1,400 calories to be exact, but clean, whole food, single ingredients, not necessarily organic, but single ingredients for sure. High protein, healthy fats, all that good stuff. And now we're gonna go for a nice long walk. It is now 5:47, so I'm probably gonna go walk for at least a half an hour. Once again, getting post-dinner or post-meal steps are huge, but especially since I have a bigger meal and it's later in the day and it's my last bit of food for the day, I'm gonna go for a longer walk because I'm only doing technically 2 post-meal walks, one being after the shake, apple and cheese, and then a big one being after this big meal. So at least 30 minutes outside. Worst case, when it is raining, luckily it's not raining right now, I'll do that inside on the treadmill or the walking pad, excuse me. Sometimes I'll go down to the actual gym itself and use their treadmill, but I might as well just do some work as well. I'm gonna throw in an audiobook, 12 Rules of Life by Jordan Peterson is what I'm currently listening to. And then, yeah, see you guys when we get back. I might take my phone with me, get a couple clips, but I'm definitely not about to walk for 30 minutes holding onto this camera. So I'll see you guys when I see you. And that's gonna be a wrap on the Summer Shredding episode 10. Nothing really else going on this evening. Went for our post-meal digestion walk, about 45 minutes there, came home, cleaned up the kitchen, answered a couple more emails, and now it's time to shut things down. It is just after 7:15, and let's see my step count for the day. A total of, hopefully I can see that, maybe 17,629, and things there. Good full day of eating, got the steps in, got the workout done, lots of work, and that's pretty much the weekdays, right? I would say Monday through Friday, even occasionally Sundays. Typically Saturdays are a little bit less work focused, but definitely Sundays are to set me up for the week. So yeah, lots of work going on, but honestly like what I do right now. I think the biggest thing there is it's a lot of kind of back end work. So in addition to obviously having all my client work that I do for current clients, I'm also trying to create back end systems to make just overall client acquisition a little bit easier for myself, make sure that this is the best program for you guys, or I guess future clients coming forward, making sure I set things up properly so I can give the absolute best coaching and product I possibly can to all my clients out there. And then obviously still making YouTube content, still making informative videos, stuff like that for free. And that's kind of what I love doing. So we'll wrap things up. Summer Shredding episode 10 is down. As I mentioned, probably 14 or 15. I assume if I still do an episode a week through the rest of July, maybe first week of August, something like that, probably be out another 15 or no, well, another 5 episodes for a total of 15. But stay tuned for those. You guys have any questions about the fat loss phase, anything like that, I will do a probably full day of eating or maybe a simple diet video probably tomorrow, maybe sometime this week, filming basically the exact breakdown and macros and calories of the 2 meals I'm having right now. 2 meals just right now seem super, super simple. Is it optimal for fat loss? I mean, as long as calories and protein are in check and you're training, that's pretty much all that matters. So whether it's 2 meals, 6 meals, doesn't matter too much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Peace.